Yeah.
And here we are. Welcome, one and all. Welcome to the Light 'em Up Lounge. It's Wednesday. It's time for our weekly live show. It's time for another inspiring conversation with a wonderful lady of the cigar industry. And it's always fabulous when we have our female guests with us here supporting the cigar smoking female community as well. Leo, it's such a pleasure to have you with us. It's such a pleasure to finally make this happen. And thank you so much for taking the time and being here with us today. From Platinum Nova Cigars, Leonor Abza. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, all of you.
As always, to all our dear friends and family, in particular for those of you joining us via the Facebook live stream, please make sure to put all your questions underneath the live stream so we can forward your questions to Leo and discuss all your comments, your thoughts, and your questions here at the lounge. But Leo, let's go back all the way, long before the cigars, or a bit more general. You're born in Uruguay. You lived and worked in the US for the longest time being, and you're now CEO of a cigar company manufacturing wonderful boutique smokes in the Dominican Republic, since recently in Nicaragua as well. Leo, where is home for you, and what does home mean?
Okay. I just, when the people ask me where is home, is when I'm feeling welcome. This is my home. Because my home, my family is in Uruguay, my friends, my work is in United States. But it's funny, all the time when I travel and I just feeling like welcome, it's like my new home. That is part of my daily home. Yes, my home is everywhere. Just put it this way.
Do you feel like you're a person with very strong roots, and do you still sort of heavily relate to where you come from, the place and the people there, or do you consider yourself more like a cosmopolitan, and you could live pretty much everywhere?
Okay, I can live very much everywhere, but always with the roots I coming from my home, my family. It's like certain parameters you're never gonna change, because I just come from a small family with a lot of values, and I can live anywhere, but always I keep this value with me. Nothing is changed. It's not depend where I live or with who I am. It's like this is very strong inside of me. All the values my mom, my dad, my family put in me is I can bring with me anywhere. I personally can live anywhere, but always, yes, think first and just remember from where I come from and respect that, because it's a respect for my family. It's a respect for my dad, my mom, and it's like half and half. Put in this way, I just bring my personality anywhere of the world.
Leo, it's interesting that you mentioned that, in particular, the values. What would some of those values be that your family installed in you and that you still hold dear to this very day?
The first thing, be happy. Never take anything personal. Try to understand everybody comes from different part of the world, and everybody have his own problems. And just try to before you think only about your own problems, on your own stuff, just think maybe the next person have bigger problems. And it's make you like, try to understand more, share your happiness, try to be there for everyone. And yes, that is most like my parents put inside of me all my life. Everybody the same. It's not about difference. It's not about how much you have or how much you don't have. It's about everybody's human being, and you have to just treat everyone with the same respect. Simple like that.
And I
Yeah.
guess it sort of makes you humble and grateful as well, right?
Oh yeah, I'm really humble on the way. Like I'm happy for everything. Like the lighter the term, because when you just live in the world like we live right now, and it's many people don't have all the stuff around, you say like, wow, you have to be so thankful for all you have so far now. And yes, that is coming from home, from Uruguay, from where I get, from where my parents made me.
Your path within the cigar industry is colorful and illustrious. Most importantly, you have gained insights and perspectives into nearly all aspects and facets of the business, from working the lounge floor and even the bar shifts, the retail component and management, and now being with a very particular brand. Was there ever sort of a strategic plan behind your career path, or is it more like a natural evolution of things?
I believe in the destiny, and I believe everything in life happened for a reason. If I just look back about when I started working on the cigar industry, I started working on Club Macanudo, like many of you know already. And I'm the hostess. I'm the person receive people to sit inside of the restaurant. But I know something on me. I just want to know a little bit more about the restaurant industry, the cigar industry. And I just, I go home, I do it my homework, I just take a look about the cigar industry, take a look about from where the cigar comes from, all this stuff. And next thing you know, working in Clan Macanudo, of course, Clan Macanudo, I know everybody knows, is part of General Cigar. I try many of the General Cigars blends, but on the same time, I just want to learn a little bit more. It's like everything happened for a reason. Like it's in one point in Clan Macanudo, I know I'm the manager. Remember, I'm starting to be the hostess, bartender, server, manager. Next thing you know, be the manager and be more involved with all the cigars. I said, like, you know what? I want more. I want to push myself to learn more. And that is, for some reason, I said, you know what? It's time to move on and start from zero again. Mm-hmm. When I say zero again, it's because in Clan Macanudo, I'm already manager. I have a fair amount of salary. I have now I just decide, leave and stand in that chairman, be a salesperson. And that is the part is, everything is a destiny, but at the same time, everything happened for a reason. You have to jump on sometimes you have opportunities and you have to jump on the opportunities. You never know if really it's going to be the opportunity, but you know what? It's worse come home and say, oh, what happens if I never try or I never jump to the new opportunity? And over there is when I'm decided, yes, move, I'm start working in that chairman to keep learning about all the cigars and everything. But yeah, I don't know if I just keep talking about the same or I answered already your question. I don't want to. The problem with me, when I'm start talking, I can stop. I just, you have to just, okay, Leo, you answer.
That's perfect. Leo, that's what you're here for. So fire away and go all in and all out. It's perfectly fine. I'm just curious though, when you say you sort of believe in the destiny, that is it that you think ultimately there's a ready-made plan and we're here to just walk in a certain direction and then end up at where we're destined to be, or do you think it's really opportunities that we're presented with and you then need to pull the trigger and make it happen?
It's everything of everything. Like I believe in the life, nothing happened I believe nothing is casualty. Everything in life happened for a reason. And when you find like it's time to move on and you don't think twice and it's a couple doors is open, this means everything have to just keep going in different what you say, different street. Like, and now you can push the destiny, but it's something, it's like, it's there, you know, it's like, I'm already working on the cigar industry. It's open the door in Nat Sherman opened the door for me to start working there. This means something in the in the planet pushed me to keep put myself more around cigars and teach myself more about cigars. That is one of the things. And on the top, like, I'm working on the cigar industry and I'm happy. This means I'm feeling my instincts and I'm good so far.
Elias over on Facebook just posted a great question. If you currently wouldn't be the CEO of Nova, what other passionate job could you imagine?
For sure, I'm going to be a salesperson in the cigar lounge, for sure. If I'm not CEO, I'm going to be involved in the cigar community. But okay, you know, this is, I can keep saying, this is my passion. I love customer service. I love working close to the consumer. I love share whatever I know and teach myself to whatever I don't know yet. Like, this is my life. If I have the opportunity to change my career now, because this is my career, this is my passion. If nothing comes to my mind, maybe I can start working on with dog shelter because I love animals. Maybe it can be totally different, but still I'm gonna share a little bit of my passion because I love dogs. I can have thousands. My husband always say, Leo, come on, how many dogs? I say, if the house is big, I can bring more.
That's a very good one. What was the most challenging aspect of your time in retail? What were the things that were probably less beautiful or more challenging for you to digest and work on?
On the retail, talk less and listen more, because that is one of the big mistakes. Sometimes the tabaconista or the salesperson on the different cigar lounge make. You want the customer listen to you, and you don't understand. You have to listen the consumer first to now recommend and understand the profile he likes. That is one of the big challenges. Try to listen more, and then when I'm recommend something, it's going to be more close how my customer, my friend looking for in the cigar. But I learned that. I don't talk too much.
That is an excellent learning experience, I guess. And my background is in hospitality, in the wines and spirits industry, and bartending even. And I think it all comes down to hosting. And for me, that means understanding yourself as sort of a humble servant, if you will. It's about putting other people first and making their experience and their happiness your greatest ambition and aspiration in that moment. How do you think about that hospitality component? And why do you think that few people in retail probably understand, and even on the manufacturing side, that no matter which part of the industry you're in, it's always a humble and serving act?
Yes, you know, if you make cigars and you want to sell cigar, you want to just make sure you make a cigar for everybody. This means you don't have to only think about your personal palate or your personal profile on the cigars. You have to listen to understand and put something different on the table. And something like that happened, especially in 2020, when I made many Zoom. People say, we love Nova Cigar, but we're looking for something more strong. We're looking for something more full in flavor, more full body. And take all this Zoom and listen direct to the consumer is when we come with idea to bring 2 cigars from Nicaragua, 2 different blends from Nicaragua. It's not about I never thinking before. It's maybe because, you know what, I'm enjoying the cigar from Dominican. And it's one thing, sometimes people are confused. When we bring cigar from Dominican Republic, don't mean it's 100% puro Dominicano. We use the tobacco from around the world, but we keep like a smooth, creamy, a medium plus, but we never jump to the full body. And because we are on the, we want to listen more, understand more than other part. Like so far now, when the people say, talking about the cigar, I say, I don't make the cigars. You guys make the cigar. Because of you, we made this particular blend. And that is something like it's two ways. It's not, and that is a contact too, direct to the consumer, to the smoking people. Yeah, and it's a little bit of respect. It's a lot, it's not a little bit, it's a lot of respect. When the people understand and then want to make sure you're going to make something they're really going to enjoy. So far now, we have like more of 21, 22 different blends. And believe me, I don't take always the final decision. It's different palates working with me, different people, different profile, but it's because all of you. You know, if I'm going to make a cigar only, I'm going to like it. What I'm going to sell, I'm just going to keep it at home in my humidor. And that is a part like, it's two ways. This industry is always two ways. The people working behind the scenes and the people like you guys try the cigar, smoke the cigar and enjoy the cigar.
Where do you sort of draw the line when some people might argument if you're trying to, appeal to everybody and please everybody, then you end up being nothing for nobody. Whereas on the same side, what you mentioned, for me being, a humble person is just as understandable, where you're always trying to give for other people and think about them and how they will ultimately experience and perceive.
Yes, I understand your point. Like, it's so hard to make everybody happy. But it's in my heart, at least I try, is good enough. It's hard because how many blends I can make to make everybody happy. People gonna come to me and say, Leo, you know what? I tried 3, 4, 5 different blends, but I really don't enjoy your cigar. I say, perfect, I respect that. But that is the reason why it's too many different cigars company. Like, it's not about my cigar, it's not about you have to like my personal cigar. You know what? The idea is you have to enjoy a cigar. It's okay. Like, if nobody don't give you that profile, just go to the another company. And we good because when we sit together, both gonna enjoy a cigar. It's okay. Different cigar, different company, but it's okay. It's like cigars put people together, okay? And nobody tried to put many different blends to try to please everyone. But, if nobody please everyone, why we don't have many different companies? The idea is, that is the reason how many different companies we have on the world. I believe, at least, if you don't find your cigar in Nova, you're going to find in another brand, and it's fine, and it's okay.
Before you ventured into the cigars, you worked in the wine industry. The level of education and sensory training that true professionals in the wine segment have to go through is, at least in my perspective, sometimes way beyond what the spirits industry or even the cigar industry know and experience. What have you taken over and learned from the wine world?
You know what? The funny part is the wine, the grapes, everything starts on the field. Everything starts with family, with around family or around mom, dad, daughter. And it's exactly the same thing with the cigar industry. Everything starts on the field. Everything starts on family. In the wine, we're going to have different grapes, different years, different region. It's exactly the same thing with the cigars. We're going to have different region, different blends, different salt. And it's like, I'm not going to say, using the word similar, but if we are honest, it's very similar industry because everything starts almost in different fields with family. And the transition about the wines to the cigar is just teach my palate to understand the different blends and smoke. Wine, I have to just understand the different grapes, the different race. It's very similar, but you have to educate your own palate to understand and decide why you like this particular blend why you don't like this particular leaf from this particular region. And now you're going to find what is the best you can smoke.
I studied at the Wine and Spirit Education Trust, where part of the education is a very structured, methodical, and analytical tasting approach. And interestingly enough, that sort of helped me in all other industries, whether it's spirits, coffee, or even cigars. I sort of apply the same methodology or the same analytical approach. And that just helps to tune out like the surrounding aspects or the outer world, if it's noisy or if you had a weird day and you're just trying to focus on the sheer product. Do you also apply that sort of analytical wine inspired approach when it comes to tasting, and can you relate to that with cigars as well?
I'm gonna tell you a very funny story to answer that question. When I working in Nat Sherman, one gentleman come to the humidor and he said, I'm looking for a cigar. I said, okay, what kind of type of cigar you enjoy before? It's not the point, I want a cigar. I said, okay, you have your breakfast already, you have your lunch already. And the gentleman don't understand what I asked many, many questions, because everything is gonna influence in the cigar. Like if you have a bad day, if I can give you the best cigar in my mind, but you're never gonna enjoy. And we start the conversation, and then he said, yeah, I just take a nice latte this morning. I don't take anything full body in my meal. I say, okay, latte, this means you like more smooth, creamy, mild cigar. Because if you take espresso, now in my mind, it's click, and I just recommend something more full body. Mm-hmm. And of course, it's applied exactly the same for the cigar. Like you asked me about the wines, about the cigar, is everybody's different and everybody have a bad day, good days, and everything is influencing the cigar. Sometimes, yes, people say, I really don't enjoy this cigar. I say, okay, please give you a second chance. Any cigar you try, any brand you try, any cigar you try, if you don't like it, give you a second chance. Because now you're really gonna realize if you don't like that smoke, or is maybe you eat something so spicy and change completely the palate, and then when you smoke, all the profiles go away. But yeah, definitely, it's too much similar when the wines, everything can change, depend what you eat, depend the weather, depend where you live, depend the mood, depend the friends around you. The friends make the cigar better. Sometimes you forget why you smoke. You only remember the day and the people around you when you smoke that cigar. And people ask, why you smoke? I don't remember, but I have a great time. This means it's not the cigar, it's the people around you. But yes.
I couldn't agree more. And I mean, we experience it here every week with all our friends and family joining us here by Zoom or over on Facebook with our dear friends in Regulus always being there and supporting. It just means a lot. And that's the magic of the cigar, of that humble, wonderful product that brings us all together from all walks of life and all ends of the earth. And then here we are in, I don't know how many different time zones and spread across all different continents and sharing wonderful moments and meaningful conversations.
Yeah, that is in the middle of the pandemic, where the people ask me, Leo, how you think about everything? How's the business going? I say, you know what? It's only one thing is very positive for me and from the cigar industry, put many people together on Zooms. Now you have the opportunity to share in different parts of the world the same passion. Yes, it's not about what you do, where you're working, where you live. It's about we are together now and we want to just enjoy a cigar together. And again, it's about the friendship and that is one of the good part. I just try always take the positive of in everything. And 2020 for me, the positive is put too many people together from different kind of the world to have this kind of Zoom and share different experience, everyone.
Yeah. And I guess that is something that a lot of industries could learn from the cigar industry is that sense of community and camaraderie. And it's so special in the cigar world. And I have never seen or experienced that in any other industry. I mean, yes, the wine world and the spirits world, they're also passion driven, and there's a lot of enthusiastic people, but still the connectivity and that camaraderie amongst the family of the leaf is just truly unique, I feel.
Yes, definitely.
The other way around, though, what do you say the cigar world could learn from other industries? And what is your inspiration? Where do you take input from?
I think the support, like, believe me, because it's like, when I talk about the cigar, I not talk only about Nova. I just talk about, yes, respect the rest of the companies, try different cigars. And I think that is one of the things maybe different industry can learn about us. It's like, it's not about me, my cigar, my product. It's about us. And when we use the word us, it's us behind the scene working on the cigars. And if you guys try different kind of cigar around the world, it's like us, it's a community. And I think that is one of the big points I can put on the table right away. Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about your experience with Nova. I mean, that was a huge leap for you, and after all the things that you had accomplished in retail and in management, suddenly you end up with a rather young and dynamic company, at least in the general sort of the perception of the brand. And here comes Leo and takes this whole thing like to the next level. What did it feel like for you at the beginning when you took the helm and you started to bring your own inspiration and your own ideas to the company? I guess you must have had tremendous support from the family and from the founders, but how did you go about bringing your own inspiration, implementing that, but not overdoing it at the beginning as well?
Okay. When I just have the opportunity to start running Nova, when you come for the new position, people sometimes ask me, what is mean be a CEO of Nova Cigar? Being a CEO have more responsibility on any place and anything. When you have that title, CEO, mean responsibility not only with myself, responsibility with people working on the fabric, responsibility direct to the consumer. When Leo started Nova, it's like, you know what, you have a table full of ideas. And you are afraid because people sometimes going to say, yes, you can take this one, but you don't take that one. You do. The family office behind Nova then say, do whatever you have to do to make you happy. I say, hold on 1 second. And that is one of the things with Nova. I can share with everybody my ideas, my passion, my hard work, and all my school from before, working in different company, I just put together and I will have everything on the front of my table and I can share with everyone. It's like the graduation for all my hard work for many years. And when I say my graduation, it's not about my title CEO. It's about now I have all the condiments to make a great meal. And I just have fun in the kitchen. I'm working and I try and I just have this communication with everyone, like how you think about that. It's funny. I'm going to just say something short, but it's very important for me. I guess, sometimes people say, I can do that. I can do that. And another person say, why you can do that? It's too much work. I say, yeah, it's too much work for me. Why? You don't ask for help. I'm not afraid to ask for help. I'm not afraid to ask for new ideas. It's not my way or no way. I think Nova is a teamwork behind It's a teamwork. We just, all of us put different ideas and everybody enjoy the industry. And I think that is one of the most important condiment why we Nova is Nova right now and make a difference in a small way, but we make the difference.
Mm. Which of those ideas that you had at the very beginning probably did not work out, or where did you
everything
feel
work
like...
out? Everything. No, you know, it's funny because one of the things really don't work out when you think and you know you have the power to make everybody happy.
Mm.
You don't have that power because the final decision is from all of you. But thinking positive, I don't have this power, but I'm going to put my effort and try to do it my best. If somebody come after me and say, Leo, I don't like that, if okay, I respect that, but I know in my heart, in my heart and in my mind, I do it my best. That is one of the things, like, you know, sometimes people don't like stuff or sometimes don't like the way you run stuff, but I can deal with that because we are human beings. Nobody's perfect and everybody makes mistakes. The only thing, not take anything personal, I just keep going and try to be better. Like try to just put something different on the table. But yeah, that is the way I think.
I think we sort of have to. I mean, that positivity and that sense of I can do it, and not alone, but with all the people around me. That's what brings us further, and what makes us, successful, whatever that might mean. But it gives us a sense of belonging and of being together in this, and then achieving stuff because we go for it. Yes. Leo, Nova for quite a bit of time did not disclose its factory. I believe, though, you decided to change that approach. Yes. What was the reason behind both those decisions?
Okay. Great question. Okay. First, we don't want to share with everyone who made that cigar because we want to just the people understand and try Nova. Don't think about where we made Nova. Give the chance to try a new product. It's like when you go to the restaurant and you ask for a steak, you don't ask from where the cow coming from. You just enjoy the product. And I don't want to be sarcastic, but sometimes, you know what? People assume, it's for this fabric, I don't want to like it. And you know what? I think that is not fair because you already closed the curtain and you don't give a chance to try the cigar. Can come from the same fabric, but it's totally different blends. And we talk about totally different aged tobacco. But sometimes many people think, I don't like this fabric. This means I don't want to like this particular Nova cigar, Nova blend. And I know that because I'm working many years on the retailers and many people ask me, who made that cigar? And as soon I ask, I let the people know who made that cigar. I don't want to try. Why? But it's a new blend. No, I know already. And that is one of the decisions too. We have a lot of hard time because people want to know who made our cigars. And it's a lot of people not happy about we don't say who make our cigar. But again, we wanted the people give chance to Nova, to try Nova, enjoy Nova. And now, okay, we already are 4 years outside. Everybody already knows Nova. Everybody already tried Nova. Like, not everybody, soon everybody, not yet. And now is the time to share with everyone who make our cigars, okay? Like everybody knows, from Dominican Republic, it's Tabacalera El Puente. And the same thing happened from Nicaragua. Nicaragua is a small company, a small fabric. Barrera Cigar made our cigars. But now I'm feeling more comfort to let everybody know because you already give us chance to try our cigars. That is the main point why we don't say that before.
Understood. Brian, I believe you had a comment right there or a question. Chime in.
Thank you. Yeah, that was curious. I like the conversation. We've had several guests on before where we were kind of talking about the idea of transparency, and with your wine background, this has come up several times on the call where we compare cigars and wine, and there's so many restrictions oftentimes, a lot of in many countries in terms of wine, and the emotion that's required to kind of give to the public about how it's made, and this grape can only be, this has to be from here, and it has to be 35% this and that, and everyone knows. And with cigars, there's no real governance in terms of that. And I just wonder, being in both worlds with your experience, do you think one is better than the other? Some people have said maybe we need more rules with cigars in terms of, you know, letting the people know where it's coming from and how it's made. Or maybe one person said maybe it's just because the wine industry is so much bigger. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, when we just talk, I don't know, Brian, if that question is because we don't say to no one on the beginning from where our cigar come from. That is because of that. I understand, but sometimes, you know what, it's a personal, I think it's a personal decision on different companies. I understand if we can share and we give you more detail from the beginning. Who knows, maybe more people jump and try Nova rather well, but maybe many people want to say, who knows these people? I never know about this factory before. And we take the chance. You know, if the life is about chances, we take the chances to just keep on closing and don't say on the beginning who made our cigar, just to make sure that people give us the chance to try our cigars. Like now we open the doors, people already know who made the cigar. And the funny part, don't make any difference because everybody already, if you tried the Nova before, you really enjoy. What I can say, Brian, regulation and change, you know what, it's very simple product. Everybody, you know, I believe made the cigars, if you respect the years of the leaf and you respect the master blender and you just open to new blends over there, it's like the cigar talk about themselves. Like the wine, when you open a bottle of wine, you know, you have to let the, it's funny because we keep talking and it's the same. You open a bottle of wine, you have to let the wine breathe to give you a chance. Sometimes people open the bottle of wine, serve and say, oh, I don't like this wine. Hold on, it's very full body. You have to give the time. It's similar to the cigars. But yeah, talking about the regulation, I don't think we have to change really too much on the cigars regulation. We have enough already anyway.
Right, that totally makes sense. Yeah, thank you for the answer. I like the idea that you want the cigar to be judged on its own merit without some preconceived, like people have ideas, maybe biases against certain factories and this and that. It's like movies are the same way too. It's like,
you know, I remember before.
I'm not gonna watch.
I don't know if you remember.
I already know it's like having, you know.
Before, it's a commercial from the Lexus, a car. They never showed the Lexus, but then cover for many times that the advertising is a beautiful car cover and nobody knows what car it is. Next thing you know, everybody want to buy the car, but nobody knows what you're going to have behind the curtain. And it's when the Lexus coming, one of the different model of the Lexus. But yeah, I'm learning a lot about try to share as soon as possible who made your cigars, because you're going to have a lot of hard time, but it's okay. It's okay.
Thank you again so much. Cheers.
Cheers, Brian.
Brian, thanks for your question. Leo, what was the initial experience like working with the factory and being more involved in the behind the scenes aspects of the industry after everything that you had seen with Nat Sherman, with Casa de Monte Cristo in New York City?
The first time I just put my 2 feet in one of the fabric is when I started working in Nova, and everything is changed because now, for a long time, I just smoke the cigar and sell the cigar and recommend the cigar. But now when you just travel and you go back to the fabric, okay, and you see how many people working so hard to make the perfect blend, the perfect cigar, the perfect size, it's like now when I just go to the retailers or I go to the cigar lounge and I saw people, I don't know, maybe you guys saw, people go to the humidor and, oh, let me touch this cigar if it's okay, if I said, don't do that. Like, you have to respect more about the cigar, because now, like, I know how many hands touch that cigar before I can smoke here. And we don't talk about the shipping, we don't talk about the UPS, we don't talk about anything. We talk like, when I've been in Dominican Republic, one of my first fabric, I'm like, sit back and say, wow, the respect I have for the cigar industry is too much bigger. And I will love in one point, everybody have the opportunity to go to any fabric, Dominican, Nicaragua, Honduras, any fabric on the world, to know how beautiful is. From the morning, people go to the field, make sure everything is okay, take care. It's a different world. Now you just enjoy a cigar and you say like, wow, now I really know from where you come from. It's changed completely the way I enjoy and the way I don't know, I can say I take care of my cigars. Totally.
I can so much relate to that. I mean, it gives me goosebumps to think about when you visit a manufacturing place, whether that's a top-end winery or a distillery, or you go to one of the tabacaderas, or you visit the tobacco fields, and you feel, you breathe in the product. It just gives you the utmost gratitude and understanding of everything that's behind it. And I mean, you're such a positive person. Does it sometimes bother you even more than when you go into a lounge or you on the trade show floor, and then you see people, you know, like taking a few puffs and be like, yeah, I know it's shit, it's not for me, whatever. Or
you know what?
Disrespectful.
It's sad, because again, everybody have to understand, many people working so hard to make this particular cigar. In the trade show, you're going to see different companies represent that cigar. But before they represent the cigar, is many people working so hard on the field, on the factories in different countries. It's just a little bit of respect. Like, if you don't like it, okay, you don't like it, but you don't have to just make a big, oh my God, this cigar is this cigar is that. Because first, you don't know if the neighbor love that cigar, and first, you just talk very bad about this particular cigar, and your neighbor love that cigar. But behind everything, like, it's a little bit of respect for the people who made that cigar. You know, if you don't like the cigar, you know, just keep quiet, put on the side. But, you know, I understand everybody want to love and share the feedback. And it's good because companies listen and improve themselves and go back to the factory and talk with the people and talk with all the community. You know what? You know, I listen a lot of feedback about this cigar don't burn good. Okay, perfect. But it's a way to say the thing. You don't have to just destroy companies or destroy people just for you personally don't like the cigar, because you don't know how many more people you're going to affect to say something like that. It's totally changed the prospect. When I go to shows, events, and again, not only talking about Nova, talking about the cigar industry in general. Like, everybody have to have a little bit of respect. When you smoke a cigar and you don't enjoy, it's okay. Maybe it's not because of the cigar. Maybe, who knows? Maybe the person rolling this particular cigar have a bad day over there. And now, you know, it's everything. If in one box you receive 2 cigars in bad condition, who knows? Maybe that person don't have a good day. Who knows? But don't blame, don't just put a cigar's name, cigar's company, because behind that big name here is hardworking people in another side. And that is one of the things that make me like a little bit like, you know what? And you know what I'm doing, to be honest with all of you? It's not bad, my label or no label. I'm doing this thing all the time when I'm working on the retail. When I see cigars on the ashtrays, I just go and I take any label out. And I do this thing for many years. People say, well, you collect label? Yeah, I'm collect label, yeah. Because you know what? People are gonna say, oh, this cigar have to be so bad. Look, this guy only give you 2 puffs. And it's not about the brand, it's not about the company. I just take the labels. And I do this thing in Grand Sherman, I do it in Casa de Montecristo. I take labels because I don't want the people or the next consumer start talking something about this particular cigar if you never tried before.
Leo,
It's something
funny
personal. I
that you
share with all
mentioned
of
it.
you.
It's very funny that you mentioned that. When I was in Vegas at the trade show and wandering around the floor together with Claudio Scroy, our dear friend and brother, he told me the very same thing, and then we started to pull off rings of
Yes.
cigars where there was hardly an inch smoked from it, and it was just left in the ashtray, and it's painful.
And it's funny because people come to different booths and then leave the cigar for another company to try your cigar, okay? And as soon that person go away, I just take the label. It's respect. It's not because the cigar from the another booth is bad. It's because you want to try my cigar. And it's like respect for the another company. And it's funny. I know I don't want to show you now because I have to move to my office, to my another office. But I have a big case with many of the Nova labels I bring from the PCA, but it's not because the people leave the cigars over there, and then I just go around and I take it because I don't want the people remember Nova on the dirty ashtray with many. I just want to take the label out, and I bring all the labels here.
It's a very special sign of attention to detail, also, I would say, and I'm pretty sure that you apply that attention to detail in everything that you do in life. What's interesting to know about Nova Cigars is that different to what most other manufacturers in the industry do, you focus on one particular size and vitola for the particular blend you want to release. So it's not like you do this one blend and then you roll it out in like 7 different vitolas, but everything has its sweet spot, I might say.
Yes. In life, everything has to have a reason. That is the way I saw the life. If we make a Congress and the particular 43/7 have a reason because we try the same blend in Robusto, in Toro, in Corona, and for some reason don't catch our attention. And the same thing with all the Nova lines. It's something like we start like that. I don't know what is going to happen maybe in the next 3 years. Maybe I'm the side come with the same blend with different sides. But of course, if we decide to do something like that, for sure, the first one going to know is the consumer to then understand it's the same blend, but now because the size is completely different, everything is going to be different. It's more work, it's more details, like you say. But, we are a boutique company. Sometimes people forget what it means, boutique company. Boutique company put more attention in all the details. Okay, that makes the difference. If we want to be a boutique company and we want to make quantities and we want to make this like we not think about, I don't want to use the word unique quality. Be a boutique company is something totally different. Like you really have to put attention in all the detail. It's the only way people want to start at least looking you inside of the humidor. Okay, everything is about the details with Nova. Everything is about the beautiful label have to be perfect inside of the bags. The bags have to have his perfect way to display the cigars. Like when we come with the batch collection, at the same time we come with a presentation humidor, because everything is about the details. Everything is about the way the eyes of the consumer see a boutique company. Be a boutique company is something so special, so unique, and you have to share and let everybody know. We don't talk about quantity. We talk about quality, about details, about all put the lighting and a color on the same color, make all these things is that is the difference between the boutique company and major companies. Details. If you're gonna have a boutique company and you don't think about that, I think you are in the wrong business. I want to just go straight to the point.
Our dear brother Rod had a question. I just wanted to briefly follow up on that boutique thought, because it's it's a, I guess, a hotly debated and sort of old discussion as to what does boutique mean. Is there, you know, a certain sweet spot where under a certain level of manufacturing output and X number of cigars that you will be producing a year, you consider boutique. Everything above, you know, it's mass. I'm not too sure. I mean, I'm just curious as to, you worked for a large company, a super large company, and I'm pretty sure they have to apply attention to detail as well in certain aspects, and hopefully in most or all of them, right? Do you feel like there is such a balance or a sweet spot where you say, like, up until there, you know, you can bring out the finest quality, and if you go above that, you have to start sacrificing, you have to start taking shortcuts, and thus ultimately compromise on quality?
That is very tricky question. I'm not gonna say like if you know. In this point, I'm gonna talk about Nova. Okay, I don't want to just to be a boutique company. Of course, the fair amount of the cigars is not this, like we talk about 200,000, like that. We are still. If you make more, it's fine, but the quality is always in what you say, in different brands, everybody take care of the quality, because with no quality, you're not going to have a good cigar. Simple like that. Of course, boutique is mean small quantity of cigar a year, small production, of course, a small quantity of tobacco. This means sometimes boutique companies can come with a great limited edition because then buy a fair amount of the cigar, and when it's done, it's done. The quantity of people working with you, that is everything together. If you are boutique, everything is small, small, small. Maybe in one point, we don't want to be more boutique. We're going to be a huge main company, but we start be a boutique because the customer decide we are boutique. Because when we go to the different cigar lounges, we are on the section of boutique. It's like the name, I think, the cigar industry put to the small companies, try to put a product outside. The name of boutique, sometimes I don't know if we put the name of boutique or the big companies put us like a name of boutique to don't put us on the same category, like in production. Okay, that are good, but then make a small amount of cigar a year. But the boutique is like, it's funny because I never think really what is mean boutique. I don't know if boutique is a good word or it's a bad word right now. Now you make me think, like, be boutique, this means we are small and we're going to stay small forever? Or like now I have to start thinking what really boutique means. I think boutique in the beginning make exclusive, put something different on the table, be different for some reason. Like when you go to the boutique clothes for women, you find one t-shirt and you're not going to find on Macy's or Bloomingdale. It's something particular. And the prices and everything is next to the boutique because we have to spend more to produce less sometimes, to be different. But I'm going to do it my homework with that boutique. Maybe I'm not going to be too much happy with the answer when I finish my research. But yeah, I don't know if we put our own boutique company or somebody of the big ligas, like the huge, put us like to put it on the side, like, you are a boutique. I have to think about it now.
Right. What's your take?
You pulled the question
Now
out.
I don't know. You know what, Rahel? I don't know if now I'm going to say I'm boutique company. It's just a beautiful company. That's it. But yes, it's a good question.
For sure. I mean, first of all, let me start by saying this. I love listening to you. We've had 3 or 4 discussions so far, and I love it when you just say it the way it comes in your head. And I find it very endearing and very adorable, the fact that you're very open and very transparent. On the boutique side, everything you said definitely ticks a box. my only fear is that boutique is a very malleable or very flexible kind of a term, if you may. For example, about if you look at Nova specifically, because we're talking about Nova today, and I love that. The growth your brand equity and the growth your name has been achieving in our part of the world, at least, has been phenomenal. I get people walking into my cigar shop. The other day, I got really in trouble for posting a picture of me smoking a Leo. And people are like, why are you doing this? Why are you posting cigars that you don't have? This, you know? So the question becomes as to what is the threshold of a boutique? When does a person graduate? Do you graduate with numbers, or do you graduate with the name and the reputation and the brand equity? Or do you graduate when you come up with a vitola that no one has ever come up with? And the other question is, do you want to graduate in the first place, or are you happy where you are? You being you, I think you're happy where you are because you're very confident of what you're able, in doing, which brings me to the second part of my question or my comment. First of all, I didn't know about your history and what you've done before, and your history with wines and Nat Sherman and all of that stuff, which is very amazing. And now that you're working directly with cigars in the production side and in the CEO side and on the creative side, do you find that you have found your calling? Do you believe this has been your calling? Do you believe that you are there in terms of your passion to the industry? Or Leo, do I wake up every morning? Like me, I think I found my calling after all these years of working into financial institutions and investment banking and all of that stuff. I finally wake up in the morning so happy to go to my shop, so happy to do work. It's crazy, especially when it's your own business, I have to admit. So did you find your calling? And my last comment, I need you to blend that somehow, since you're great at blending your tobaccos, with being a woman in this industry. And how has that impacted you? Has that opened doors? Has that closed doors? Do you find it to be frustrating? Do you find it to be exciting? And that's that.
Okay. Definitely, this is my call. The industry of tobacco industry is my call. This is my passion. And I believe and wake up exactly like you every morning when you go to your job. It's like a candy store for you. That is like where the magic happen. And I feel exactly the same thing. People sometimes ask me, Leo, you always happy. Like I'm lucky because I'm one of the person really find the passion in life. And now not only I find the passion on the cigar industry, I have the opportunity to share with everyone. And that is something like I'm so happy. And yeah, definitely, this is my call, 100%. And I remember, now you say something about be a woman on the cigar industry.
And of course, you know, I don't mean that in
no. But it's funny because many people ask me that question, and I just keep saying it's not about if you are a woman or you are a man. It's a way, if you enjoy a cigar and the people want to saw that in you, they're going to respect you right away. Because I'm a smoke cigar, I'm enjoying my cigar. Like I can show you, I have another ashtray, I'm a smoke one in the morning. And in the beginning, you know, if you're a woman and you're working on the cigar industry, the one thing you don't have to be shy. You don't have to be shy to talk, to share, to say, I like this because this, and that. Everything starts on the fields. On the fields, you have moms, you have daughters, you have a grandma. Women is on the cigar industry long time ago, and people sometimes forget about that. If you guys have the opportunity to go to the field, you're gonna see women are on the industry for a long time. Maybe not in this side of the industry, but now when I'm start working on this side of the industry, when I'm in the retailers, whatever, I'm feeling like people from Dominica, Nicaragua say, Leo, I'm gonna start follow you. I love what you're doing. can we share more? And it's like, now everybody start coming from inside of the boxes, like, okay, I'm a smoke cigar, I'm share cigar. People have to understand, women are on the cigar industry long time ago. Like we were new, like everything started a long time ago around women. And it's the hard part, the only hard part, I just have to sometimes prove a little bit more myself on the beginning, not now because everybody knows me, but prove myself, but yeah, I'm a woman. I'm born in Uruguay. We don't have field in Uruguay, but I push myself to understand more and know a little bit more about the cigar day by day. And I keep learning. That is another thing. People sometimes say, okay, you already, no, I keep learning every day when I go to the field, when I talk with different people of different companies. But Rahed, if we are honest, women are on the cigar industry for a long, long time. Maybe people don't want to see, or consumer never see in this way. But we are in this industry for a long, long time. The only thing, like maybe people don't are ready or don't want to just take position like mine because one part make them afraid or not ready. And it's not the case, because if you're not ready, you have to be ready, because it's a beautiful industry. And if you are a woman and you enjoy a cigar, you have to share with everybody. You have to let everybody, yeah, I'm running this place. I'm the manager here. I open my own cigar lounge, my own cigar store. But yeah, women are in the industry for a long, long time in this particular one. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Excellent questions. Right. Thank you for chiming in and bringing that up. Leo, I think the role of women in the industry has evolved over the last years. Obviously, like the industry as a whole and also the retail space have evolved. What, in your perspective, are some of the key evolutions and some of the most impactful trends, innovations, and disruptions that have truly sort of changed the landscape and have taken the industry further ever since you started?
It's funny because when I'm working in that chairman, I'm the only woman working with 13 men on the floor. That is my start. And I push myself to learn more and more and more, because it's not too many women 7 years ago working on the retailers or cigar lounges. Now, I love to see women in different positions of the cigar industry, not only on the field. Like I love to see women here recommend cigars, tabacconista, working in running a cigar store, be a manager, because you know, the cigar on the end is a beautiful product. It's there to everybody can enjoy. Okay. And I believe now women for good go more out and just show the passion with everyone. We have many, influence women on the cigar industry. We have all the type of women. Now everybody starts share their own opinion. Nobody just keeps smoking at home. Like, I don't want nobody see I'm a woman. Like, I love the transition. It's more open now. Before, go to the cigar lounge and see a woman ask you, can I recommend something for you? You're going to look the woman and say, why you can recommend from? How you know about the cigar? Now, when you go to the cigar store and it's a woman, you know if this woman is there because she knows about cigars. And that is great. Great. And, you know, another thing is changed a lot. Before, when women go to the humidor, the tabacconista, the first thing he say, oh, you're looking for a flavor cigar. You want to try something sweet. Now, you go like a woman, you go to the retailers, and now, can I recommend what you smoke? It's like, then open the idea, women not only have to like flavor cigars. Women smoke cigars, women enjoy cigars, and that's changed a lot in the last 5 years, and I love that. Sometimes I just sit on the lounge and I saw a woman go over there. I come with a beautiful Maduro. I say, great. Now everybody's surprised because now, wow, this woman really smokes. And that is a transition. Like now everybody's more open to see women smoke cigars, woman knows about the cigar. And in my position, this is great because now I have more support around the world.
Sorry, I hate to jump in again. I apologize for jumping in and kind of going backwards in the conversation if I can about the boutique.
Good.
The boutique thing was so fascinating to me. We've had the conversation so many times. I started thinking about beer, and I don't know if I feel like there's a comparison between craft beer. Well, I mean, I just think about beer randomly throughout the day normally, so that's fine. But so I think the world of beer has kind of defined what craft is pretty well. To me, I feel like, well, and I don't know if this is true. I don't think so from what I've learned so far. With cigars, it's different because beer really has, these companies have a huge monopoly. So there's like the big three. I don't know, Anheuser-Busch and Miller Core and what other one is. And so pretty much I think most anybody that's not them, I think the craft category. And at that point, they kind of stay there and that's their position and they know people seek that out and you know, like advocates for smaller companies, the company or a portion of the company to one of the big ones. And I don't know if you feel like that's the same way, like you feel like there's like the big cigar companies and then everybody else, or is there more of a middle? I don't know.
I don't want to answer that question. It's like, you know, it's tough question. I don't want to, if no, I don't want, I have the answer, but I don't want to go to this answer. The most important, I just want to everybody try that particular craft beer because it's there for a reason. It's exactly the same thing. When you go to the humidors and you talk about the beer right now, you go to the supermarket and you have the wine and beer over there, like boxes and boxes. Wow. But you have a small session to IPA, all these kind of weird beers. Try one of that. Then you're going to love it. Who knows? Yes, I think this market is big enough for everyone, okay? It's not about the competition. I'm not coming with the Nova, but I want to compete with no one. I just want to put something different on the table. Like we have a good product, we want to share. We don't want to compete. But the thing is, the consumer, I will love to everybody try what else is outside. What another beer come to the market? Because we never know what is the next step you're going to like. It's a big water for everyone. This market, that is the reason more and more boutique companies, I keep saying boutique, now I have my homework, but more small companies come from nowhere with a new product, okay? Because they have something good and they want to share with everyone. It's no competition. If somebody over there feeling like these small fishes come to make competition, we're not here to compete with no one. Everybody have a different product. Everybody working with different master blender. Everything is different. We make different blends. It's upside is palette for it's different palette for every different companies. And the word, like I just keep saying, the word about the competition. It's not competition. We put something different. Like I'm the kind of person when I go to the supermarket and I see a nice weird beer I never ever tried before, I give it the chance. At least I try. I know the another ones is going to be there and I love it, but I want to try something different today. It's like, it's something different. Everybody just put something different. Nova Cigar have the unique way to make the cigar, the unique way to blend the cigar, and we don't compete with no one because first, we don't want to compete. We don't come here to compete with no one because we're going to be focused on the competition and we have to take our focus in our product. But I know, I think I just answered, but I don't answer your question, Brian. Just leave it like that.
That's okay. That's perfect. You can dodge like a politician. That's good. That was a very fair, inclusive, nice way of saying it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now let's take the opportunity, Leo, and look a little bit ahead and into the future. of how a boutique company could evolve, but in particular, what the next couple of years may hold for Platinum Nova. What's your ambition? What's your goal? Where do you want to take this? Is the plan to grow? Do you think you're at the perfect spot where you are right now? How's that gonna look like in the next couple of years?
Okay, I think, of course, everybody start like in a small amount of cigar a year. You want in one point growing and just be bigger, bigger, big. That is one part of the hashtag, Make Nova Big. But Make Nova Big don't mean about the production. Make Nova Big is about the consumer around the world want to try Nova, want to more about Nova, want to know about more and have the opportunity to try our cigars. From now 1 to 5 years, I will love to be like in all the countries around the world, but not because I want to have a 5-6 faces in each store. It's about I want people have at least the opportunity to try Nova cigar. Okay, the consumer around the world have the opportunity at least to try one time there, because that is another thing, and I want to take the opportunity to say that people, if you are owner of the cigar store, if you are an owner of the cigar lounge, okay, you have this cigar lounge because you want to take care of your consumer, you want to take care of your customer, you want to give you the best of the best. What is the best of the best? Bring new product, give the opportunity to the consumer, try something new and decide if he like it or don't like it. It's not about, I don't know who is Nova, I never listen about Nova. It's going to be so hard for me to push your product in my store. Hold on 1 second. It's your store, but you are the nexo, like you are between us and the consumer. Don't think about us, think at least about the consumer and give the opportunity to people try our cigars. And it's a long process because people sometimes are like very on the comfort zone and then don't want to put more new stuff to share because that means it's going to be more work. And I respect that. Believe me, I just working like everybody knows I'm working on the retail. And I respect when the people say, I don't have a space for a new face. And I respect that. But then you see in another size and it's thousands of faces for the same company. Forget it about the company, forget it about the humidor, think about your consumer. The people come from the door and ask you, because that is a regular question all the time. When you come from the humidor, people ask you, something new? You have something new to recommend? Okay, yes, think about if many good cigars company around want to have the opportunity to share the product with the consumer. When I want to see my Nova cigar from now to 5 years, I will love to have my cigars all over. No in quantity, but at least faces in different. And depend how big we're going to be is depend the acceptation for the consumer direct to us. But yeah, I will love to be all over. I will love to be all over, but to everybody have the opportunity to try Nova. Simple like that. Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, first of all, Leo, you're such a breath of fresh air, and it is always wonderful to catch up with you and have an opportunity to get back together and have a proper chat. We so much appreciate you taking the time and being here with us today, and give everybody an opportunity to learn more about your background, your inspiration, and I think that's what makes a product even more special, because like what you described when you go to the factory, you see the people and the soil, and you touch the plants, and it gives you a different perspective and relationship with the product.
Yes.
And I guess the same is true when, like here today, we share an open conversation and we get to know you better in order to understand everything that you put into the cigar and the inspiration behind it. And that's what I feel is so wonderful. The next time I'm going to light up a Nova cigar, I have a different perspective on it because I know you a little better yet again. So that's the beauty of this, and what I so thoroughly enjoy and appreciate.
No, you're welcome. And one thing I just want to share with everyone, if somebody of you have any question, want to know a little bit more, who is Leo? anything, please, just can email me. You can put my email later on to everybody knows my direct email. Because sometimes, the time is too short and we want to people want to ask me questions and you want to know a little bit more about me. I know. And I'm here just to share what I know, to share where I am, and not to be better for no one, just to be me. It's so easy. I just keep repeat that. It's so easy when you only have to open the computer and talk with the people, and this is you. And I know I talk with a little bit accent, but it's okay. But yeah, I think that is one of the nice things. Share whatever you know, share whatever you have, and on the same time, just keep learning and push yourself to be better and better and better.
Yeah, and one thing I would like to add there is, Gary Vaynerchuk puts this out all the time, and he talks about self-awareness and putting things into perspective. And I've realized that if you are the most authentic version, if you are most true and honest to yourself, and if you always try to do the right thing and do good for others, then it becomes so easy. Still, there's all the hard work and the grind involved in everything. We know that. We live in challenging times.
Yes, it's easy.
But just on a personal level, if you speak from the heart, and if you don't have to pretend anything or try to be someone else, then life becomes a happy place.
At least I know my parents are very happy the way I just share with everyone what I know, and then are proud of me. That makes me proud too.
Leo, I couldn't think of a better and more positive way to end such a wonderful and beautiful conversation. So hopefully, yet again, another message of hope and love and appreciation to the world and to all our friends and family out there. That's what we need, and that's what we're here for. So thank you so much again for taking the time and being here with us at the Light 'em Up Lounge. It was
wonderful. You, Ray, Ohio, Haim, Joy, Brian. Thank you so much to spend this time with me too.
Many thanks.
Okay.